have all the other attacks come from? Gombe, 2 days ago, Kano, Kaduna, Jos. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you are looking at southeast and northeast. Meanwhile, the water has displaced from the bowl and is spreading everywhere else. So what I'm saying is the National IED Prevention Initiative, security awareness programs for people. How do they recognize threats? How do they recognize IED? How do they even recognize suicide bombers? How do they recognize individuals who are being radicalized? Now we all say de-radicalization. What do you mean by de-radicalization? How do you recognize your neighbor when he's beginning to go south? For example, there was a point of conversion for Muhammad Yusuf. I'm happy this gentleman knows a little bit about that. There was a point of conversion. There was a day when Muhammad Ali converted Muhammad Yusuf to radical Islam. So it's not the debate with Sheikh Jafar that will change him, because Jafar espouses you, he espouses his. But now, what has happened? We forgot the power. That's where the intelligence, again we say intelligence. Where is the intelligence? You say 3 guys in the new military have, in the new chiefs have intelligence background. That is great. Ariku Morgan is a great intelligence chief, and he's been made the CDI, thank God. But you know, that's not where it's at. That is intelligence within his circle. You need a broader intelligence. This is where you need the police agency, you need SSS, and you need all citizens of Nigeria enrolled. I'm not saying just preach be security conscious. Enrolled in gathering information. Should go and read a book I wrote with Solomon Arashi, National Security Intelligence and Partnership, Community Partnership. Go and read that. Okay. You know, there are things that are out there that all we need to do is key into what is important, because we need to problem definition. Okay. We keep impoverishing this problem. We define it the wrong way. But like you said, people are dying. What are we going to do? Question is back to you.
We're almost out of time, so in rounding up real quickly, this is a question that's coming directly for you, Mr. Gosal. So please, straight to the point so that we can move. What is your definition of amnesty? What kind of template should be put in place for Boko Haram? The past government set up a committee to look at a possibility of setting up an amnesty program for Boko Haram. What was the outcome? It appears the Northern Elders have sympathy for these faceless people. Why is it so? All of these questions for you. Please keep it short and sharp.
Mr. Isaac alone.
Well, you see, my own concept of amnesty, I think a lot of people are getting it wrong. What I want is create a window for those people who are forcefully conscripted to leave, so that we will be able to divide the Boko Haram.
And
this is very fundamental. And then protect them, get whatever intelligence that we can get from them. That is one aspect of it. I'm not interested in the amnesty, in the like what happened in the Niger Delta, because Boko Haram it's a completely different group. Mm-hmm. See, these Boko Haram, there are those who the governor calls nihilists. Those who believe that when they kill the enemy, when they are killed, they go to heaven. If they are in an attempt, when they detonate bombs and kill a lot of people, they believe that those who die are either those who are believers in their faith and those who are not. Those who are believers in their faith will go to heaven. In other words, they have accelerated their quick passage to heaven. They have helped them. And then those who don't believe in them will go to hell. So, and that's what they deserve. They deserve to be killed. So these are the nihilists. But I'm concerned about those who were forced to join them. Okay. You understand? Right. So that is the issue. Then
let's get to the Northern area so that we can move on.
Well, the issue of the Northern area, I think, is just speculative. I don't think so, because if there is, look, the Northern elders today, whether they like it, go to Maiduguri, for instance, and find out what is happening. Hardly you get an elder in Borno State whose son or nephew or uncle has not been killed. Right. Go to their houses. Everybody has about 1,000 people from different villages who are related to him or not, or somehow living in his house, taking refuge in his house. So that's a very serious issue.
Okay, Mr. Guzo, thank you. Let's get closing remarks, Mr. Mohammed.
Right. You see, I think I agree with the experts.
One sentence.
That we must know that we are facing a war. And it's only when that we are facing a war that we'll be able to address the issue. And that's why it's important that, you see, during the Nigerian Civil War, for instance, I remember that everybody was made security conscious.
Mobilization.
So that is a very, I said I key into that. It's very important.
Mr. Thompson.
Well, in a nutshell, I don't think we need to reinvent the wheel. The lexicon of most countries' defense systems has been upgraded only recently to accommodate this new kind of war. Nigeria needs to set up a body, a new security body that comprises of a cooperation from all other arms. Secondly, there needs to be a security sweep to remove from all security services, from all the ranks of our army, air force, and
Fifth columns.
all the fifth columns, the people who are most, who actually are sympathies with the Boko Haram, the ones who are helping them to penetrate our defenses.
Okay. Okay, go on.
Well, that's just when I say a primary thing. Okay. Let me slip this in. In 2006, I was in Maiduguri. 2008, I wrote a report that Yusuf was going to explode in Maiduguri. Recently, we normally help to rehabilitate the people who come out from the Boko Haram. One of the people we see recently and took to a location to help to debrief and all that was now later making calls back to the Boko Haram to give them information on where we were, the people that were helping and debriefing, and this is an NGO.
Yeah, but it depends on how you go about it. There are always ways.
Are you serious? So even at that.
I think we really have to take the issue of the security of our nation and our people very seriously. And the issue of Boko Haram is not restricted only to the northeast. It is all over this country. It's just that they've not been able to go operational elsewhere. And with that is the responsibility of all Nigerians to become security aware. But please, for goodness sake, tell our friends, I'm happy you have a top government official here. So let our people, there's a top government official here. Tell our friends in government to come up with good security programs that will now enroll our citizens so that just as, like you said, during the Civil War, this is what we did, mass mobilization. We need to mobilize people to become security conscious and help defend.
I will have to.
The governor gave me one assignment.
Which is?
He said if I attend this program, he's interested in anybody, any of the security experts, I didn't know they were coming, who has good measures on IEDs prevention. So I think you have a job.
So you have a job. You have a job. All right. Let's look at what some of the comments that are coming from the viewers. Moody Akpobori says, he's writing from Mori, says, I have always thought in my mind that the Boko Haram menace would abate when President Buhari took over. That was the sole reason I voted for change. Sadly, it seems to me that the past and the present presidents lack the strategy to tackle the national terror, regardless of whether you are a general by profession or a university teacher. Their approach is the same. None of the change agents in the APC has been able to explain the increase in terror after May 29. This frustration has now led me to begin a comparison of the former and the latter in terms of security and other socioeconomic indices. I am now left with the conclusion that the change we all fought for and won has not come. Majority of Nigerians share this frustration and despair. We never voted for bloodshed. That's from Moody Akpobore.
Okay, I think I should take this one from Chris from Abuja. He said it was President Jonathan's government that fought Boko Haram to a standstill. APC government has done nothing in fighting against Boko Haram, and they are busy harassing PDP and all of that. So,
okay, all right. No, hold on. This is the time for media and the entire Nigerians to help with the issue of Boko Haram.
Yes.
We should all stop calling them Boko Haram. It's like we are promoting their cause by that. They are getting adverts without pay. Let us start using bad adjectives to refer to the cowards, monkeys, cockroaches. It's a big solution.
They are scumbags.
That's from Otta Bayomi.
Very good.
Excellent. Finally, I think I should take this one from Peter Gbanobi. He says, as long as the rate of attack is on the increase, the government is not winning the war, irrespective of strategies being employed. The one solution to mitigate against this is to educate the people who are susceptible to being recruited, and this is what the West is actually doing. I think that's part of what we've been saying.
Let's see this one. From what the advisor just said, that is underage children being given stipends to spy for the insurgents, I don't think, according to him, that it is economic matter. I don't think those kids do those criminal acts because they are poor. I think they do those things because they are uninformed. They were never groomed to love their country and be patriotic. we need to start teaching our children patriotism right from birth and then mold them at schools. Every child must grow up with understanding of their nationality. Leaders in Borno State should organize public lectures to educate the people and let them know that anyone who gives them money to render a service is mostly doing wrong. Rather, reward is being given after a good deed is done.
There are two elements, both the economic.
That is from Fred. Fred didn't say where he's writing. Fred Alabi didn't say where he's writing from. Well, gentlemen, we want to thank you so much. There are a lot of comments on the Twitter handle. There are hundreds. We'll not be able to take all of them, but we want to thank you so much.
I think where they're just gravitating towards is that
let the bloodshed
put all the
end.
strategies in place, but we want
the bloodshed to stop.
It has no more killing.
But leaders cannot afford to be emotional. Professionals cannot be
You can't
emotional.
afford to be emotional. No.
The medical doctor sees the cancer and is telling you it's going to be over in 2 days. He's deceiving you. He should tell you and do what is proper. Bring you to the theater and do proper surgery.
Thank you.
So that you can enjoy life.
Thank you very much. Dr. Anna Ikomu,
Thank you.
security expert, thank you for coming. Mr. Ladi Thompson, security expert, thank you for coming. Alhaji Mohammed, APC chieftain and spokesperson.
Thank you very much.
And Mr. Issa Gusau, SA2, the Governor on Communications. Thank you for coming. Two spokesmen on one side. Thank you. Thank you, gentlemen. We'll take a moment and we'll come back to look at some other issues. Don't go away.